Alright. So number 1. It doesn't matter which one you want to cancel out. You want to cancel out the x's or the y's first. Which one? Y's. Okay, if I want the y's cancel out, if this is 3y, what do I need sitting right there? A negative 3y. Well, the negative's already there. I just need to multiply the bottom by what?
Teachers and students, please listen very carefully. Request to call students to the Performing Arts Center. The Performing Arts Center. Listen closely for these names.
Oh, this will be
For
terrible.
ninth graders,
Get ready.
I need Connor Hendricks. Connor Hendricks.
Don't tell me I want to repeat every one of them.
Emily Lowry. Emily Lowry.
Did y'all get x equals 3?
Linnea.
Did any of y'all miss Saturday school? I hope none of y'all were assigned to Saturday school in here.
Jose Grande.
These are people that missed Saturday school, so we're going to keep teaching.
Silvano Mondragon.
Alright, so that's x equals 3. How would I find my y value?
You can go to the Performing
Okay.
Arts Center, bring all of your belongings. For 10th grade, I need Taylor Ballard,
Yes, you can pick any, the original 2 you can.
Logan Dalton, Tyrese Davis, Christopher Duran, Omar
X
Taylor,
equals 3, so I put it in place of the x.
Anna
Does that make
Laurie
sense? Okay.
Sarah Johnson, Reese Kelly, Edwin Nava, Mauricio Navarrete, Raphael.
Did y'all get 3, 1? So that means that those 2 lines, if I was to graph them, they would intersect at 3, 1.
Sam Reynolds, Josiah Ryan, Kendra Roach.
On number 3, which one would you want them to cancel out? X or Y's?
Caleb Collins,
I'll do Y's because that's going to be a smaller number, isn't it?
Torres,
So if this is a negative, I'm going to try to make that negative 6 and that positive 6y.
Andrew Wismer. I'll need to report to the Performing Arts Center and bring your belongings with you. Thank you.
Now they're going to do 9th. That's just 9th and 10th. Some of them, or did they say 11 and 12?
I think it was flat out
9th and 10th. Okay. So 3 times 8x is 24x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6y. 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 2 times negative 12 is 24. Oh, that should be a positive 2. I'm sorry. Because I need that to be a positive 6. So 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. 2 times 3 is positive 6. 2 times 7 is 14. Well, we look at this. We wanted our y's cancel out, but look what happened here, guys. Everything canceled out, so I'm left with 0 on this side, aren't I? 15 and 14 is 29. Is 0 equal to 29 a true statement?
No.
So what would be the answer to this system? No solution. So my next question I'm going to ask to you, since this is no solution, does your lines intersect?
No.
What type of lines are we dealing with here? Parallel. Very good. Parallel lines. Parallel lines. Alright. Number 2. I'm going to go and tell you, I'm going to try to get my y's canceled out because I don't want to work with the decimals. It's easier to work with the whole numbers. So if this is positive 2, I'm going to make this a 10 and make this a negative 10. So I'm going to multiply the top by 5. 5 times 1.5, that's going to give me 7.5x plus 10y equals 100. Multiply it by 2, that's going to be 5. Gives me 12.5x equals 50.
Could you just multiply one of them by a negative and get the 5's to cancel out?
You talking about these 5s right here? It's a 1.5 and a 2.5. I'm sorry, there's a little space in between that decimal. So x equals 4. So I'm going to go back to one of my original. I'm going to choose the top one. X is equal to 4, so I'm going to put 1.5 times 4. make sure that you write your answers as ordered pairs, because that's the point of intersection. So your point will be 4, 7 there. Try number 4 now. And then we're going to go to 3 variable. These are the easy ones. Did you get something that came out to 0 equals 0? Yeah, that's correct. Is 0 equals 0 a true statement?
Yes.
Yes, I know that you're thinking in your mind all real numbers, but actually the term for this is infinitely many. Infinitely many. That means there's infinitely amount of ordered pairs that will satisfy both of those equations. And when I say infinitely many, that means it's one line. That means both of these equations are the same line. So there's infinitely many points on that one line that makes that equation true. Does that make sense? If you would graph this, both these lines, it's the same line. They have the same slope and the same line intercept. So you would put infinitely many because you got 0 equals 0. Because that's a true. But if you get 0 equal to 29, that's not a true statement. That's a no solution. So you see just between a no solution and infinitely many, I need to work that one. Look, we're not doing the word problem right now, so let's turn over to number 1 on the back. Ooh, you remember these from algebra 2? Oh, it's like a puzzle. I came up with that bonus. You like that bonus last year? Alright, our goal is to get through 1 and 2 today, and then I'm going to let you practice some. And then we're going to do 3 and 4 tomorrow and practice. Alright, guys, I'm just going to talk to you first before we start this. You have 3 equations, so your first step is to work with step equation 1 and the second one, top and middle one. And you got to decide which variable that you want to cancel out. It does not matter. You can cancel the x, the y, or the z, or whatever. If they have variables other than that, like m, n, o, or whatever, just remember, when you write your ordered pair, you go in alphabetical order, okay? So if I have x, y, z in my order, I'm not going to have an ordered pair, I'm going to have an ordered triple here because I have how many variables? 3. Ordered pair is an x and y coordinate. When you have 3, you have an ordered triple. That's x, y, and z. Okay, and this year you will graph in the 3D coordinate plane after Christmas. So up to your time in this career in your high school, you only had an x and y plane where you have x, y, and z. And I have graph paper. That's 3D graph paper that you learn how to graph on that. But so if you were to graph these 3 equations in the 3D coordinate plane, this would be the point where they intersect these 3 lines. So, step 1, you look at equation 1 and 2 and pick a variable that you want to eliminate. Once you pick it, after you finish that, you look at equation 2 and 3 and eliminate the same variable. So once you choose that variable, you got to eliminate in the first 2 and the last 2, okay? So on this number 1, if I look at the first 2, which one can be easily eliminated right now? Z. So that's what I'm going to start with now. I'm going to eliminate Z. Alright, so I got x minus 2y plus z equals 15. 2x plus 3y minus z equals 7. Eliminate. X and 2x gives me 3x. First 2, yep. First 2. Negative 2 and 3 is positive y. 15 and 7 is 22. Now, I'm going to pick, so I did the top and middle, I'm going to do the middle and bottom. If I eliminated z on the first 2, I eliminate it on the next ones. This is negative 5z. For it to cancel out, this needs to be a positive 5z. So I'm going to multiply the top by negative 5. So the first, top and middle, you eliminate a variable. Then you pick the middle and last, you eliminate the same variable. Now you're working with two equations like you've just been doing in the first page of this. So I'm going to go 3x plus y equals 22, negative 6x minus 5y equals negative 38. It does not matter. Do you want to eliminate the x's or the y's? X's, okay? Well, if this is negative 6, what does this need to be? So I'm going to multiply that by 2. Once you find 1, you're on the road halfway there. So I found my y equals negative 2. I need to find my x and my z. Now remember, your neighbor or your friend, if you're having trouble with them, might find a variable at a different time. But in the end, just make sure your answer matches up, okay? Now that I know that y equals negative 2, y equals negative 2, you go back to your original equation, not the manipulated ones. This equation, you see that? And plug that in for y to find your x. Once you do that, then you go back to your original. I got my y and my x to find my z. So now you work backwards. Does that make sense? So I'm going to pick this top one. 3x plus y equals 22. Yes. Alright, now I'm going to plug a negative 2 in for y. 3x plus negative 2 equals 22. Move that over. 3x equals 24. X equals 8. Now that I know my x and my y, I'm going to go to my top equation. So I get z equals 3. So I have x equals 8, y equals negative 2, and z equals 3. So my order to pair would be 8, alphabetical order, 8, negative 2, and 3. If I was to plug them in here, 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15. 16 plus negative 6 is 10, 10 minus 3 is 7. 32 plus negative 20 is 12, 12 minus 15 is negative 3. So that is a solution to all three. So if I was to graph all three of those equations in the 3D coordinate plane, it would intersect at the order triple 8, negative 2, and 3. Y'all remember doing this last year? Y'all saw these last year for the first time. Now the ones on the front page y'all saw in 8th grade. These came about in Algebra 2. Now, let's compare the structure of 1 and 2. What do you notice different in number 2? There's no y in the top equation. So they kind of did a little bit of work for you, didn't they? So if there's no y in that top one, it's already down to 2 variables. I'm not messing with that top one. But I'm going to take the middle and bottom one, and which do y'all think we need to eliminate? Which variable? We need to eliminate y so we can get two equations that have the same variable. So I'm going to take the middle and the bottom and eliminate y so I can have something to pair with that top one. So they did a step for you. So I'm going to do 2x plus y, bless you, minus 2z equals 11. I know it's very tempting to cross those z's out, but we need to cancel the y's out. For this to eliminate, I need a positive 2 here. So I'm going to multiply it by 2. Alright, now I'm going to take this equation, go back and get the first one. X minus 3z equals 7. 3x minus 2z equals 28. You can choose either variable. I'm going to choose to eliminate my x's. I'm going to multiply the top by negative 3. I get 7z equals 7. Z equals 1. So now I found a variable. Now I got to work backwards. I'm going to go, if I got 1, I'm going to go back to one of these, plug it in, and then go back to my original to find my y. So I'm going to choose that top one, x minus 3 is equals 7, not the one I manipulated, not these over here, one of these. So x minus 1. Now that I know my x and z, I'm going to go choose the middle one. You can choose the middle or the last to find y. And I get negative 7. So my order triple will be 10, negative 7, and 1. If I plugged x in for this, I'll get 10 minus 3, which is 7. Here, 20 plus negative 7 is 13. 13 minus 2 is 11. Negative 10 plus 14 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. That is a solution to all three of those equations. Now, if you ever run into a situation on here where you get 0 equals 0 or something not equal to 0, that can be infinitely many or no solution as well. I want you to try number 3 in your group right now. Try number 3. Number 3. And then we're just going to practice. Which equations you look at those? Top 2, okay, which variable do you want to use? Y's, okay, then cancel the y's on the first 2. And then write the middle one in, and then cancel the y's on the second 2. So you have to do these first 2, and then these. You can talk within your group if you need help with one of them. Or compare what you got so far. Did you get an implementing? Yeah, that's what happens. I get a 0 equals 0 situation. That means implementing. That means all three of those lines are the same line.
They have to deal once and the problem is just the same about it.
Yes. Yep. Yes, buddy. Okay, I want you to start on your assignment, page 11, 1 through 15 on. There's only 2 of these long ones, so you can get a lot of the easy ones done quickly, okay? And you can talk within your group and ask any questions.
Teachers and students to Henderson together, we need the following students to make their way to the PWC. Bring all your belongings with you. Performing Arts Center. The following 11th graders. Taylor Ballard. Julius Bray. Lexi Clement. Hiram Collins. Felix De Los Santos Gonzalez. Erica Mata. Savannah Force. Enrique Garza. Emilio Giro. Austin Heath. Alicia Hernandez. Eric Hernandez. Emily Hill. Harper Jordan. Justin Kelly. Edvin Martinez. Michael Ortegazo. Deontay Pure. Alexa Rihos. Mildred Grove. Juliana Rodriguez. Dylan Smith. The following 12th graders need to report to the Performing Arts Center. Ryan Allen. David Blair. Desmond Burge. Aaron Taffy. Josh Camacho. Zuria Clayton. Alfred Figura. Alfred Garcia. Ben Hamrick. Christopher Hector. C.T. Hector. Iman Jackson. Jamie Motley Simmons. Haley Johnson. Patrick Mann. Roberto Moreno. Raul Alvera. Jamie Foreman. The following seniors also need to report to the Performing Arts Center. Please bring all your belongings with you. Thank you.
Give it 5, 4, give it to me, 3, thank you. No, just do 1 through 15 odd and omit number, what number is that? 11 in your homework. Just do 1 through 15 odd, omit 11. I would prefer to see this in notebook paper. If you already started doing it on that paper, it's okay, but put it on notebook paper starting now. It's alright, it's close enough, I know what you mean.
I don't know why I've lost the
Be the first one come in without your homework combined. So they call it. Negative second shift tonight, something like that. Look over it more time. I don't think you're supposed to get anything weird, so if you get something weird, look at it, put a star beside, and we'll look at it more, but I don't think you're supposed to get anything weird.